Corn, so I'm big heart. All praises to Yahweh Wah Yahweh Shai, double honors to Apostle Elders in New York. GMS, salutations to you all around the world that's teaching truth for your lives or line for Shabbat to you, serious Aqua. My name is Maya Ka'ala, Button Gad, which a Chicago branch of Great Millstone. And you could, let me read this before I get the started. All right, hold on. You just bear with me, Akim. All right, it says, let me see. All right. Allowance made fair use purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, research, fair use made by coverage that's mother infringes. So I'm commenting and I'm also teaching. All right. Use for education purposes. I have not made any profit off this video. From this guy, Playboy Dark Tone. So let's play it. So if I feel like somebody, I get so sick of black people with this zodiac shit. All right. So he's scoffing the fact that the so-called Negroes are Israelites, that some of the samurai were of some of them, all right? You got to remember now, the so-called Japanese are not Negroes, all right? So you had Israelites, and that was among them, you know. So you got a problem with the original summarized being of so-called Negro descent and the original Japanese Army being a dark-skinned people. All right, he said the E gene. Now the E gene is, all right, dwell that yesterday, man. You can't get dark brown from pale. All right, so I'm dealing with two topics right here. All right, so this is his basically just showing. This is his evidence that he shows. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm big hearted. So if I feel like somebody, I get so sick of black people with this. All right, first of all, nobody's black. All right, your skin is brown. Your skin is brown. Your hair is black. Your eyebrows black. Your mustache is black. Your eyelashes is black. All right. Let's see, 5-3. All right, so this is the evidence that he has. He has nothing up here that's edifying, as far as I can see. No historical books, no records, anything. He's not at the library. He's not at an education institution showing the books to back up what he claims. It's just him talking. All right, and this is basically a results of the false narrative, as Malcolm say, the false narrative. All right, or what I coined about 2 or 3 years ago, that Babylonian butter. All right, now you're not gonna find Babylonian butter in scriptures, right? Just let y'all know. So that Babylonian butter is that basically that American lifestyles is really a death style, and those and what come with it, that false narrative, those lies, man. It's so good. You gotta have it on everything. Like you got butter, man. You got that nice salty butter you like to put on your toast in the morning, and it melts, and it basically mixed with that Concord grape jelly and stuff. And it tastes so good, and you need that butter to make that garlic bread. It's so nice and everything. Well, you put even apple butter, man. All right, so basically that's what the false narrative, the lies of Idunia is to our people, man. They love it. Our people don't want the truth. All right, they like it that way, man. All right, and you know, when you tell somebody the truth, all right, they want to hear it because they so used of the false narrative, man. They man can't handle it, man. All right. All right, let's see, Sirach chapter 13, right here. All right, let's see, it says, Sirach chapter 13, verse 23, when a rich man speaketh, every man hold his tongue and look at what he said. They are stole it to the clouds, right? So he's stolen to the clouds that He's thrown to the clouds that they're you know that the so-called black people, they just limited to West Africa. All right, they don't have no history. They don't come from nowhere else. They just poof, just appeared in West Africa. They've been there for 1,000 years. All right, there was no he in his mind. All right, because he don't believe that the Israelites was a melanated people, dark skinned people, so called black people, brown skinned people. All right, so this what pops in his head. But what was Yahweh Shah, the one everybody called Jesus, so called black man? All right, but what did his father Esau put up? All right, watch this. Every time you type this is what you see. This what pops up. This what pops up in his mind. And this too, right here. All right. He loved that Babylonian butter. All right, we see the Jews, this what pops up in his head. This was in his head. All right. And this is the poison. This is the reason why you need to be in the scriptures, man. That defense against these lies and also these false doctrines that's out here, man. All right, that the Quran in Matthew and it's like the Quran in Revelation 13:16 is not a computer chip. All right, that is the so-called white woman, or it's embargo, or it's Christianity. John the Baptist is not a man of the Most High. Paul is it's all type. Paul is what do they say about Paul? It's the car I forgot anyway. All right, Paul. I'm just gonna put it like I'll just like they might say Paul be going off of Paul, false prophet. Oh, don't believe. Oh, see, the Bible's not the word of Yahweh. It has his word, but it is not. All right, all this madness, man. Oh, America not gonna be destroyed. You know, all this madness, man. All right, it says right here, so this is Sirach chapter 6, verse 29. It said, "Come unto her with thy whole heart, some of this knowledge, keep her ways with all thy power." All right, and this also cut to you, woman worship. You like to say that the Bible is chauvinist and everything. No, man, it's about order, man. All right, the first order is Yahweh. Yeah, the order go like this: Yahweh Shai, the man and the woman, man. All right, it's all about order, man. That's it. All right. Right, the nation of Israel, the men come first, man. That's how it is. That's it. That's all it is, man. About order. You guys don't like order, man. All right, it said, "Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee." All right. So it furnishes wisdom as a woman, man. And this is our woman. All right. This is our true love, man. All right, because just like the elders say, man, you ain't got no woman, man. Your woman belong to Esau, the society, man. Because women, they own it too. Whoever got the power, man. So this is our real woman, man. All right, and at the same time, it's proved that the Bible is not as they call a chauvinist. They use that word, all right, and everything, or just hate women and stuff. Why would it compare wisdom to a woman? I mean, come on, man. All right, but anyway, it says, "She shall be known unto thee when thou hast got hold of her, left her not go, for at last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned to thy joy. Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory." Her fetters shall be a strong defense with the knowledge of this book, this truth, man. It's a defense against these false narratives, man. The false narrative that those people over there, Levant, are the original people. The false narrative that the so-called Negroes are a bunch of Hamites. Hamites or Hamites, Canaanites. All right, and they just been in the jungle swinging on trees, and this and the so-called white man rescued them from eating their cells and stuff, or that the so-called Native Americans came across the Bering Strait. They a bunch of Asians that came across the Bering Strait, and that the so-called white man is Japhet, not Adumia, man. All right, so and also that the the Quran isn't the the Quran isn't a computer is a computer a computerized grain that's not going to be inserted in your hand. All right, stuff like that, man. All right, or everybody could be saved. Every nation could be saved. No, they believe in this. Where they use Jesus' names, not Jesus Yahushua. There's no letter J E. There's no characters in ancient Hebrew in the days, which in Arbar, which Arbar means for the past, or Lashman Kadash means holy tongue. All right, there was no letter J, E, and U in this. All right, so that destroys the name of Jesus. All right, all right, so everybody can be saved as long as they call on the name Jesus, man, or the Most High name don't matter, no, man. And this scriptures, this knowledge of this book is defense against that, man. All right, and you got to have the Most High to open their eyes for you, man. The Most High gonna give this to really on a whole new level. The Most High is blinding guys like this, man, because it was the guys back in the day, man. All right, that was murmuring against Moses. It was murmuring against Yahushua, murmuring against Paul, murmuring against the Maccabees, man. And don't show no time. Okay, yeah, he is nuts, man. All right, all right. And another thing that make everybody take that interaction, man. All right, falling for the okie doke and make you take another interaction. Now they talking about taking interaction for this variation that just came out. All right, that Omega Supreme. Those you know what I'm talking about. All right. All right, so let's deal with he said about the samurais. All right, first of all, the original samurais were the nation Amun, that's the Japanese, and also you had Israelites among them. James chapter 1 verse 1 says James. All right, which actually Hebrew is Yaqub. James is a Greek, the Greek translation of it, or Aims. All right, that was a letter James, but it's Yaqub means supplanter. All right, it says a servant of the Most High and Adawan Yahushua Hamashiach to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. All right, so you have the original dark skinned Amalekites, so-called Japanese, and you have Israelites among them. All right, instead of this food, Google it. All right, since he's scoffing at the fact that the so-called Negroes are Israelites. And this is all he had to do, man. What's this? It's so easy. All right, but they don't want to do it. All right, because it's not sexy. It's not the thing that Daddy Adumia is accepted. As long as Daddy Adumia not accepting, they not gonna accept it. Right? As long as the Daddy Adumia not seeing it sexy, they not gonna see it sexy. Or basically the truth. All right. And you can this is so easy, man. This is so easy. I do for this. Jews of matter of fact, I meant to type West Africa, but anyway. I put women it's a lot. All right, just bear with me, Wikipedia. Hold on. You see now, it used to pop up. Jews of Bill Del Sudan describe West African Jews communities were connected. Here's like communities known as it's like communities which was expelled from the Middle East, North Africa, or Spain and migrate to West Africa. This is so easy, man. All you do is just Google that. Just type it in, you come across a book like this. All right, but his evidence is just to make a mocking video. I'm so tired of black people. No such thing as black people. Nobody's black, skin like ink. All right, and Tudor Parfit said that the Spanish Jews came to West Africa, man. Matter of fact, the first prisoners of war, so-called slaves, were the Jews and Moors. The Moors were none but Jews that were studying Islam. It was like studying Islam. That's all it was. That's all they were. They are, you know. All right, it's so easy. So let's go to the see the Japanese. All right, so where is it? Article. How you do this? This from Atlanta Black Star. It said the word Sakanuyo no Taro Mero, early shogun of Japan. He came from Korea. It says right here about Renuka Mashidi, dedicated to Wayne B. Chud. It said, for a samurai to be brave, he must have a bit black blood. Japanese proverb. All right, this is what the Japanese say, man. You go look it up yourself. It says right here, in 1994, I was invited to Japan to lecture at 2 United States military bases. It was to be my initial trip. And this guy, he passed away, I think recently. I think last month, too. Now, do I agree with everything you say? No. Right? Just like in here in Great Millstone, you say what? You got to chew the meat and take the bones out, right? It says right here, it says in 1994, I was invited to Japan to lecture at 2 United States military bases. It was to be my initial trip to East Asia, my second travel experience in Asia overall. He says right here, I visit India for the first time in 1997. Japan turned out to be an exceptionally important trip to me, and the lecture themselves went very well. I gained a great deal of information for the first time. I had opportunity to hear Dr. A know some of Japan's more ancient residents. I also attended a really excellent exhibit on women in ancient Egypt while I was there, while it was on tour in Tokyo. All right. It said, now I've always thought Japan is a fascinating country. I felt extremely fortunate to be able to travel there, but I felt that I knew quite a bit about Black President early Japan even before I touched down on Japanese soil. All right. You said, well, although the island of nature Japan occupying the extreme eastern extension of Asia is soon many to have historic composed essentially homogeneous population culture, the commonly evident much have been very quite ignored. Places the matter vastly different light. Though far more study need to be done on subject, it seemed indisputable that Black people in Japan played an important role from the most remote phase of antiquity until at least 9th century. Meaningful indication of African presence in ancient Japan, they mean melanated, right? Because the original Japanese were not Africans. Ham, or they Shemitic descent, come from Amun. Then you had there's like Mundum, come from Shem, the Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Right, it says had been unearthed from the most remote ages of the Japanese past to begin with. As a significant example, February 15, 1906 report carried by Associated Press Chronicle, the oldest Stone Age hut in Japan had been unearthed. Osaka archaeologists date the hut about 22,000. We know that's bull crap, right? Just an ancient hut, man. Similar to according to it says right here, the hut said it resembled the dugouts of African village, recording the walls or house so-called private education culture village. Our homes, almost old, had been found there, but this discussion significant because the shape is cleaner, better preserved, similar to African dugout. Okay. It says in 1903, anthropologist Richard B. Nisser wrote this early population of Japan were a main blend of Proto-Australo and Proto-Negro types. The similar ancient underlying strata of population softened along the whole coast throughout the Indochina beyond India itself. Disappointed in Japan that the ancient Negro element may still be discerned by characteristics which are the same exterior. All right. And you see right here, it says right here, I'm going to skip down. It said in the first edition, Nations and Negroes had culture, 1954, I posted ideas that the yellow race must result into breeding of black and white in cold climate. No, they don't do cold climate, man. All right, because originally, I think it was on the History Channel. I'm talking about the Japanese, not the Salak. I'm talking about the Chinese, not the Japanese. Sorry, Chinese Moab. But they missed with Edomites, man. That's some of them got a lot of them got light skinned. Perhaps around the end of the Upper Paleolithic period, this idea was shaped today by Japanese scholar research. One Japanese scientist, Nobuo Takano, the chief of dermatology at the Moscow Red Cross Hospital, had just about this idea. Japanese appeared in 1997, which he was kind enough to give me a copy in 1979 when passing through Darko. He visited my laboratory with a group of Japanese scientists to maintain the substance that the first human being were black, meat melanated. It says then blacks gave birth to whites. Yeah, because you have to remember Ashawa, all right, was he was a son of Rebecca and Isaac. Ashawa came out with translucent skin with his flesh and blood showing red through it, right? Giving the name Adawam and broken Adumia, all right? And then you had Yaqua, his brother, so-called Jacob, all right? All right, so right, it said interpreted these two gave rise to the yellow race. 3 stages are in Fantino's book in Japanese, as he explained to me more. All right, it said, as to linguistics, the former Senegalese president, Paul Sadar, noted that the people populate on Japan today are descendants from blacks. Let us not forget the first populated Japan were black people that engaged Japan in first language. So you can see it right here, that statue. All right. All right, so they said, I don't know, I think this is basically a statue of Buddha or something like that, but they said it's him, but I don't know. All right, you can see right there, you see his Negroid hair and all. This is just, might be just a variant of him, right? Also, Japan too, they had did iconoclasm. They destroyed the dark images of the original Ammonites, and the Israelites was there. Also, the image of the Israelite there destroyed all that. All right, and put up the lighten up versions of them. All right, you can see right here, and you got some people talking about on the statue of Buddha, talking about those snails on his head. And no, man, this is curly, nappy hair, man. That's what that is. All right. Of the black people of Japan, the most pictured single figure was Sakano no Tomorrow, a word similar to Japanese history at the paragon of military virtues, and a man who captured attention, some of the most distinguished scholars of the 20th century. All right. And this guy was on the top. Also, his family came from Korea, man. All right, as we cross the whole Asia, we find that the Negro, again, for when it far off, the ancestors of modern Japanese was making their way north against the Ainu. The Aboriginal that country, the leader of their armies was Sakanoya Tomorrow, Slav, pronounce this right. Tomorrow Moro, a famous general and a Negro, man. All right. And this is the history that they hide, man. All right. And you can see right here, you go Lipstick Alley, how Almond looked it. Probably tomorrow was Jake. All right, no way hell somebody could be that hot influence. All right, like I said, you had the Ammonites, you had Israelites that was living in ancient Japan, man. All right, it says right here, it says it is key to understand about prophecy. So prophecy had happened, is happening, or going to. Some prophecy are twofold. Some are cell phones. So we're gonna get specific about the Bible prophecies. All right, here go a woman, and she's showing you that how the ancient almond look, man. Japanese when they was in their homeland in Israel. You can see the similarity, their robes and everything, man. Look at it. All right. They dress like that today, man. All right, that's why I say it's important to get the table of nations in the Bible, man. All right. Everybody try to discard the Bible. The Bible clear up so much confusion that was told by Esau and also his allies, including the top the top people that ruled over the Japanese people, Ammonites, man. He had this history. All right. So you can see the slant ass, which you get into Momentary, also crowns of every culture. You can see it's almost similar, man. All right, so she telling how they born, you know. All right, so yeah. All right. So ain't no getting around this, man. All right. Go to old pictures of Japanese dark skinned and melanated. And you had Israelites, so-called Negroes among them, man. All right. See how slanted eyes, just your slanted eyes not exclusive to let's see right here. There's your dark skin Chinese Moab, man. All right, what did Benjamin Franklin say? He said the people of Africa are Tony, the people of Asia are Tony, meaning brown skin, and the people of the Americas are Tony. All right. And you can see right here, people in Korea. I don't know how to break it down. The people in North Korea, they're more the people in South Korea, Amen. You know, that's how you break it. You see right here, they're dark. Melanated, dark brown people, man. What happened Jake's like this, all right, they don't read, they don't travel, or they don't have relatives that travel. All right, and they just fall for everything that Esau says, man. All right. And you'll see right here. This is from the book Sex and Race, Volume 1. All right, you see Professor Murmur, the woman from Formosu Japanese life culture, said Japanese are mixture of several distant stocks: Negro, Mongolian, bread face, intractable flat nose, Pronism, and Brockphili that might be traced to the Negro stock. Some of those flat noses. All right. It says, Quatret, the professor, Archimedes, also think that the Japanese show a Negro strain. This is in Japan, the ancient Negrito element be still discern characteristics at the same time. All right. You know, sustainable going, just some people got slanted eyes, man. All right, you see right here, this woman, number 5, Japanese beauty. You can see it. That Negro feature in her, man. All right, so she probably like, just thinking about probably like, yeah, she's probably like a quadroon, something like that. Quadroon. I'm just using the terms they use, right? But you are the see your father, right? So somebody her not too distant from black land, right? Maybe was Negro descent, right? Negro descent. What I mean, like melanated descent, right? Person, right? You can see it right there in her face, man. All right, this is what they don't show you on TV, man. I'm gonna show you this, man, because it destroys their narratives, false narratives. All right. It said dark brown color but present by spots. The traits, he said, recall the Negro origin Japanese, the Malay, Indochina, who are descendants of the Negro race will occupy these lands in ancient times. All right. You can see it all throughout there, man. All right. So, you know, man, these people, they under the spell of Esau, man. All right. Let's see. I think this is it. So, hope you all been edified and shalom.